Welcome, beautiful people, to another episode of The Self Show. I'm Max.
And I'm Dee.
And welcome.
Right?
What's going on?
I'm here.
Me too.
That's kind of how this thing works, right?
Kind of.
We both got to show up.
Yeah. So let's dive right into it because I'm excited to hear what you have to say today. It started off a couple of days ago when you came into the office and you were excited for this epiphany, this life-changing experience that you had. I don't want to take any more time. I just want you to just go right into it.
So like you said, 2 days ago when I came up and you're working on a project, you mentioned something about like dreams, right? And then I started sharing with you some insight that I got for myself regarding dreams and imagination. Yeah. And I just thought it was, it was just something big for me because I didn't realize that I wasn't a dreamer. It's just having those thoughts, or when you're coasting, you're really not paying attention.
Yeah.
But then the imagination is like your active thinking.
Yeah.
And you focus on what you want to focus on. And it's like you're just creating in your mind. It dawned on me that I don't really dream the way I realized that you did.
Yeah.
Or you do. And I remember years ago, like you would have all these ideas.
Yeah.
All these ideas, and they would just come, right? It's like, oh yeah, I got a new idea. Remind me of the kids. They're like, I have a brilliant idea.
I have a good idea.
Yeah. So you'd have these active like dreams, and they would be so big, and I could not see that far ahead, and I would always like snatch you right back to reality. Like,
that sounds like a lot of money.
This is gonna cost a lot, right? So where's this coming from? And I could not see beyond like what the income looked like at the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you would tell me all the time, you're like, D, like, just let me cook, man. Let me cook.
Yeah.
And I'm over here thinking, I'm just being a realist. Like,
yeah. I mean, that was your reality at the time. Really, that was your reality at the time.
Yes. And it had to do with how I was conditioned.
Yeah.
I did not have a very broad worldview.
Yeah.
At least for myself. I grew up around where everybody pretty much just stayed the same. And then as far as religion goes, I didn't see anyone really thriving in that space either. It was more being, you be humble and content with where you are or what little you have, right? There's like this honor in being poor.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you were told that you serve a God that have all this resources, unlimited supply for you. It's like having aspirations and like wanting more. That was not, I didn't see that. And that wasn't really talked about or encouraged. So for me, it was also keeping it safe, right? Listen, do your work. I do my work. We make an income. We just have this little, this little nest right here, and we're good. But that, where I am now, like that
didn't satisfy.
No.
It didn't satisfy.
It did not. And so then I started wondering, like, why is that? Like, why is there not more? And we said not satisfied, but it's not in a like, oh, I'm ungrateful. It's just starting to realize just how vast this world is.
Yeah.
And that I put myself in just a small little bubble.
Yeah.
You may think you believe one thing, but your surrounding, your environment where you are is like a direct result or manifestation of your belief, like your core beliefs. So I knew I had to fix that.
Mm-hmm.
And then now I can allow myself to dream. And I have these big ideas.
Yeah.
And I don't even know how it's going to happen. I don't even care how it's going to happen.
Yeah.
I started playing in my imagination.
That's what you said.
Yeah, I was just...
I love that.
I was playing in my imagination, and it took me back to like a childlike state.
Yeah.
So excited, so happy, and you just feel like you can do whatever it is that you want to do. Like, that's how I feel.
Yeah.
Like, there really is no limit. And I was the limitation.
Mm.
So when it really clicks that you're the only one really preventing you or standing in front of you from doing more or accomplishing more, something just shot up in my bones, babe.
Yeah.
It shot up in my bones. And it's like, okay. So everything that was holding me back, whether it was fear, that was something I had to tackle.
Yeah.
And just realizing how that show up. And I'm just on a mission to just remove every and anything that's going to have me staying stuck or playing small.
I don't know, man. You get me fired up. I'm like, yo, like, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the energy. Like, yeah.
And it's so weird because how you can think of a situation and you have all these outcomes in your head, whether it's unpleasant, and you start feeling it. I'm realizing, like, I can do the opposite. You can think of the life that you want and you can start feeling it.
Yeah.
And when you can feel it, your body, it feels like you're experiencing it now.
Yeah.
And I just love that feeling.
And your brain cannot tell the difference.
No, it cannot.
And that is how manifestation works. It goes beyond speaking affirmations. You have to see yourself as that person. You have to see yourself in that greater life, in that greater being. And once you see yourself and you feel it, it just comes. It just comes to you. And I remember there were certain things that you just thought in your head and the help just came.
Yeah.
The help just
that
came.
just blew me away.
Listen, and I am so excited for you. I guess it's selfish because I'm excited to see what a limitless D can do.
Me too. I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what a limitless D can do. It's like this is beautiful. This is beautiful. It's so strange because when we're smaller, we have such big imaginations.
Right.
But you would think as we grow older and we have the capabilities to do more, that our imaginations would be bigger. And no, we just, life happens.
Yeah.
And we get smaller.
And you lose that.
And you lose it. And you lose it. And it's a tragic thing. And I know because I've been there. Like, I've been in a place where you've seen me dream, but you've seen me in dark places, battling with depression and feeling like a failure when a business idea flops or when life is just not happening the way that I want. You've seen me in the dark place. And that feeling that you have right now, I know what it is to have Max back and have Max that is limitless. Max that can dream, Max that have no expectation, but know that my possibilities are endless.
Yeah.
Are endless. Let's go back to fear.
Mm-hmm.
Because that little sucker.
Listen, if you don't have like an experience that brought about some kind of awareness, you wouldn't even know that it's there. And that's what driving you. It's so sneaky. Usually, or at least for me, it doesn't just stay isolated to like one area of your life. Like it spreads because it's you know, so it affects how you see things, how you respond. You know, it's driving your decisions, and it's heavy. It keeps you stuck. It keeps you small. It's an illusion too, because you feel like, oh, I'm just being cautious.
I'm just being real.
Yeah, I'm just being cautious, and I can look back and I can see where it started getting planted, and those things starts from childhood.
Yeah.
It really does. And that's why I have to be careful with the girls now. But it really does start from childhood. And sometimes it's with good intention, but it does not serve you. There's nothing that I can point back to and say, yeah, you know, thank you. Like fear did that for me. Like, yes.
Yeah. And again, like as you said, it's okay to be cautious, and as you should, but don't allow fear to limit your thinking, limit your possibilities, and put you in a box. Last episode, we talked about control, and that's another thing that fear does. Fear causes you to recluse in yourself and try to control the possibilities. Now, it's no secret that I'm not religious anymore, but I do believe in God. I do believe in a higher power. I do believe in a source. I also do believe that in the Bible, there are major gems that I've learned and I can still apply to me. There's a saying where it says, my ways are higher and my thoughts are higher. And what we tend to do is that we create a separation, and it's like we feel like God is looking down on the decisions that we make. Like, just going through my journey, I realized like, I don't think that's what that actually means. When he says, my ways are higher, my thoughts are higher, is my intentions for you is way higher than what you think.
Than what we can conceive.
So if you're thinking within this box, I exceed this 1,000 times. I have to lay into that promise. Lay into that promise that my source has best intentions for me. And my source knows what I need. Yes, let me dream big, because you know what? If I dream big, I have a source that dreams even bigger.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You can't outdream him.
I cannot. So as you say, and I love that you say you play in your imaginations. Oh my God. Yes, let me play in my imagination, and then let me prepare myself. Let me prepare myself, because you know why? Because when the stars align, this is deja vu. I've been here before.
I've been here in my mind a million times.
Yeah. I've been here before. I'm like, ooh, this is nice. This is nice. This is, you know. So that's where I am. That's where I am. I feel like I sound so hippie, but
who'd have thought, right?
Yeah, but it's like
I can understand.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, we're seeing different things unfold in life.
Yeah,
things that we're like we would have stressed about, and then we just left it alone. And then it just
little effort on our part,
and it took care of itself. And I'm like, really?
And that's another thing. It's like, wait, hold on. I don't have to be out here pushing and pulling and stressing and frustrated. Like,
no.
Well, for me, what I noticed, or what I realized for myself, to enter into that space, there's a piece that touch on worthiness.
Yeah. Ooh.
Mm-hmm. Do you deem yourself worthy? Like, do you believe that you are worthy of his great promises? Because if you don't, you can say it with your mouth all you want, these beautiful words, and you claiming all these promises, and you claiming all this beautiful life. But if you don't feel that you're worthy of it, you hold yourself outside of it.
Yeah, that's powerful.
Yeah.
That's powerful. That reminds me of that I went through that. We were talking with the individual yesterday, and he asked something along the lines like how did you like get over that? And it went back. I'm like, you know what? If I believe in a higher power, and I believe that higher power not only has good intentions for me, but that higher power is filled with love, and that love is unconditional.
Yeah.
And if I was created in love, in unconditional love, that means I am part of the creator. I have the ability to love and to also love with no conditions. And that does not stop with only giving it to other people. But I can give myself that same love.
Mm-hmm.
I can give myself that same love. And when I do that, I realize I am worthy. I am worthy. And that's what had to break for me.
Yeah. Because in order to receive, you have to believe that you're worthy to receive.
Amen.
Amen. Church is over.
Church is over. This felt like more like a praise report, a testimony. Oh, man. That was beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for sharing, B. So anyways, I know this is probably a quicker conversation than we usually have.
Record time.
Record time. But I just want to thank everyone for rocking with us, and see you again next week.
Bye.
Peace.